Good morning. Since I'm out of town, I will be out of town on Wednesday during my normal Facebook Live. I thought I would do a video and show you how to make this really beautiful easel card that using the Scalloped Blooms dies. It's really neat, and it folds perfectly into, so it'll fit in an envelope, and then it stands up. So I thought I would just show you how to do this. It's very easy. It's not hard, not complicated. So this is the Scalloped Blooms bundle. This is the stamp set, and it's a nice sentiments set with thank you, thinking of you, have a good day, thank you for being there for me, happy birthday, and your kindness means so much. And then it comes with these dies, and I just love the dies. The scallop dies are just beautiful. There are 7 dies, and every other one is stitched around. So it's really, and it's got some dies for the sentiments. So I'm going to show you how to make this card today. So I'll start out with the measurements. You're going to need a piece of Hydrangea Hue, or whatever color you have, that's at least 5 inches by 5 inches, and it will be cut with the largest die on the fold. And it will be cut so that it will fold, and you won't have to, and it will make the card base. And then you're going to need one more piece of Hydrangea Hue for this card that's 5 by 5 and cut with the largest die. So that will fit over the as you can see, it'll fit over with the largest. And then you're going to need 2 of the smaller dies, the second largest, and you're going to need, I'm using Bloom Boutique Designer Series paper. It's cut 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I already cut these out because you all know how to do that. And then we're going to use a piece of basic white 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 cut with the second largest die. So those are the pieces that we're going to need to put this card together, and I'm going to show you how to cut the largest one so that it is on the fold. And so we'll start with that. So this piece is 5 by 5, or a little bit over, because I want to make sure it's there's no problem with it. And I'm going to use the largest die, and when I put that down to get ready to cut it, I'm going to put a double 2 of the scallops, 2 of the scallops, and they're going to be, and see how close that is. I don't want that to cut, so I've got it just above that, just probably 1/8 of an inch above that. And then I'm going to be using my favorite tape, which is the Post-it tape that works really well. So now I'm going to bring in the die cutting machine, stamp, cut, and emboss, and I'll show you the sandwich that I use. So it's got number 1 is the base plate, so number 1, and number 2 is the thin die adapter. So this is number 2, and then you're going to need 1 acrylic pad, number 3, and then we'll need another acrylic pad to go on top. So I'm going to put this in here just like that, and I've got it set so it's not going to cut that part, and then we'll run that through. Okay, got it run through. Now I can put this down out of the way, and we'll take this out of here, and we'll put these back here. They're not in the way. So now I'm going to pull that off, and I'm going to gently remove the tape, and now we have our card that is cut, and as you can see, it opens up. And then we're going to put this piece over it, so you won't even see that, you won't even be able to tell that we cut that. So this piece, well, I'll talk about that later. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to score. I'll put the cutting blade up there, and I'm going to score at the halfway point on the front of this. So I just lined it up, and there's 1, 2, 3, and oh, anyway, you do the center. You can tell where the center is, and then I'm going to score that. Get it even. So I have that scored, and this will be the action part. So I'm going to turn that down, and I'm going to burnish that well. So now we're going to put adhesive on this part only. So I'm going to make that, I'm going to put quite a bit of adhesive on it because I don't want that second piece coming off. So I've got the adhesive on there, and now I'm going to fold that, and I'm going to line this up and make sure that it's lined up all the way around. Before you put it down, make sure it's lined up all the way around, and it will just fit on there perfectly. And I ran this piece through the Lazy Daisy embossing folder because I thought that gave it a really great effect. So now we've got it. As you can see, this is the place, this is the part I put, underneath is the part I put the seal, and then that part stands up. So then when we get our stopper in there, which will be the sentiment, then it will stand up really well. So there we go with that. Okay, so then the next piece we're going to put on is the Bloom Boutique. So this is going to, we're going to line it up on the, so that it's right on. And this is the top part right here. So we're going to make sure and line it up so that it's with that top part at the top. So I'm going to add some seal to the back of this, so it will be lined up right there and then lined up right there. So there's that. And then we're going to do the white piece inside, and this will be where we want to make sure that that's lined up as well. So I'm going to add seal to here. And again, it will line it up so that it's even. And there we go. So now all we have to do is add all of the little pieces that I cut. These are from the Lovely Arrangements, and I stamped them in the black tuxedo ink, and then I added the, I used the shimmer pin and just added a little bit of blue throughout it so that it would be highlighted. So we're going to put a couple of dimensionals on this, and we're going to set that about right there, and we'll add a couple on this piece as well. A couple of dimensionals to make them stand up and stand out, and I'll just stick that right there. And then we have I stamped these leaves in Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to tuck those in under the flower. There's one, and here's another one. And that will be, we'll put this one underneath here. Okay, so there's that. And then we have a sentiment that says, "Have a good day." And I'm just going to do that flat right there. So I'm just going to add some seal to that, and that will go right there. And then for the inside, so we've got that right like that. Now I want something that will be able to hold it so that it doesn't fall forward. So I'm going to put the sentiment with some of the dimensionals, and I'm going to double the dimensionals. So this sentiment says, wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness, and love. And it's stamped with a hydrangea hue. So now I'm going to take these and add some two dimensionals so that it sits up. And we'll do this one, and then this one. And I just line them up together, and then wherever I want this to stop, then I'll stick that in there, and that will just be right like that. And there you go. So it's all ready to go. It's an easel card, and then it will just fold into the envelope. So I'm going to add some of the in color dots. I think they're so gorgeous, and I love purple. And this is not purple, it's more of a blue, but it is got that little extra shine to it. So there's the card. Isn't that clever? I just love it. I actually received one similar to it when on the incentive trip we do swaps, and I received this in a swap, and so I had to remake it. I changed it a bit, and there it is. And I had to make a couple more. So this one is using the new Violet Dreams Designer Series paper and Gorgeous Grape. So this is Happy Anniversary, Have a Fabulous Day. And I added, these are coming, this paper and these gems are coming the first part of July. So you'll be able to order that paper. I just think that paper is absolutely stunning. So on this one, I used the Gorgeous Grape on the back, and then I used the Gorgeous Grape two-tone. And so when I just gave it a little sand, and so you can see that the daisies are a little bit, they're a little white. This one is, I used the same paper. I used the Velvet Meadow paper, which has flocking on it. And I used the, this is Berry Burst. So happy birthday, and wishing you a day of relaxation and happiness. Relaxation, happiness, and love. And then the last one, I made this one red, white, and blue. And the reason I did is because I'm going to send this to my niece whose birthday is July 4th. She was a firecracker baby. And I used these really cute gems on it, which are, by the way, on the last chance list. So you might want to get them while they're there. So anyway, I used the red, white, and blue. So red, this was the largest, second largest, third largest, and that is Azure Afternoon, and then the white, which is the fourth largest. So there are my cards. I just think this is such a cool, such a neat way to make a card, and wouldn't someone be excited to receive this? So I hope you enjoyed this, and I really recommend getting the Scalloped Blooms bundle because of the sentiments and especially because of the dies. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.